Rachel and I are the girls of many accents. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello.
Hello you.
Hello.
Hello to you.
Sometimes I say jello.
And sometimes we go,
What do you want?
I don't know.
We're from many countries.
We're from many countries. We are
represent-
from the world.
I'm Rachel Coleman, and this is my sister, Emilie Brown.
Co-creator of Signing Time.
We're the co-creators of Signing Time. I know. So that's Emilie. Most people they go, where is this Emilie Brown? Now, this is Emilie Brown. She's my sister and my best friend.
I'm the shy one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the shy one. That's why you're not in the shows.
I know.
No, that's not true. So 10 years old. We've been doing Signing Time for 10 years.
Feels like our whole life.
It kind of is. I can't believe it.
I know.
Because I'll tell you the truth. Every time we filmed, I was like, in my mind, I'm like, this is it. Who could possibly want more than 3 volumes? And then we did 3 more. I was like, this is it. Because who could possibly need more than 6 DVDs? And then when we hit 13, I was really, truly,
was like,
every time in my mind,
I know
I was done.
Yeah, there's topics we haven't covered,
But
really,
come on.
And here we are
13, now. I was like, and we're done. It's a wrap. This has been really great. And then 26 DVDs of Signing Time plus baby
practice time,
I
sing
finally,
and sign, story time.
I finally like stepped into, okay, this is what I'm doing with my life when I grow up. Like, oh,
this is what I am when I grow up. I'm Rachel Coleman.
I'm Rachel Coleman from Signing Time. That was when we filmed volumes 3 and 4 of Baby Signing Time. So it took me about 8 years to stop resisting. But the cool thing is about that is I wasn't even supposed to be in the show. Alex and Leah were going to carry the show.
Yeah, except for that they were barely 3. We actually started filming the day before Alex's 3rd birthday.
Yeah, and Leah was 4. I don't think we realized how difficult it would be.
How young they were.
Well, we would take home video and they'd play together and all kinds of stuff, but they weren't actors. And what 2 or 3 or 4-year-old is, you know? And then you add the fact that Leah couldn't hear the instruction. We had to sign everything.
And that Alex wouldn't listen to the instruction.
So yeah, it was
interesting.
We bit off more than we could chew, kind of.
However, as we've continued to film lots of other kids for all the different, pieces in Signing Time, kids,
All
0
ages,
to 3
yes.
for Baby Signing Time and all the way up to 8 for regular Signing Time, I've actually gotten a tremendous appreciation for how good Alex and Leah really were, how directable and well behaved, and they really were.
Yeah.
I had an idea for a project, and Rachel was a singer-songwriter, and I called Rachel and I said, hey, I want to do this children's video series. I had been inspired by an episode of Blue's Clues that I thought was just phenomenal. I thought, ooh, there's something unique that we could do. Mm-hmm. And Rachel said, that's great, but...
I said, yes and no. You called and said, do you want to do a children's video about music?
Yeah.
And I said, yes and no. I said, yes, I want to do a children's video, but it needs to be about sign language, because where we were in our life with Leah, she was 4 and we could see she was becoming more and more isolated because nobody could communicate with her. Yeah. The cool, hip LA moms were getting into the signing with your hearing kids scene. And so it was kind of the perfect opportunity to answer, to resolve and solve what was going on, what we needed for Leah and what our family and friends needed. I was really looking to solve a problem that we were having. I was really trying to figure out how to expand Leah's world and get more people signing with her. And so I really did think if we just made 100 copies of this video and gave it away, that would fulfill my mission.
But not mine.
See? That's why there's partnerships.
No, I mean, exactly. We all bring something to the table. It was very personal for Rachel, and personal for me, too, because it was my niece. However,
but it was so
when
personal.
we had this idea, when Rachel said, yes, we'll do a video, but it does need to be sign language, and I went, yes, it's like a whole world opened up, and I could see the impact that this could have. I mean, we talked about,
oh my gosh.
Wow, this is powerful, because people were signing with hearing kids at that point, and people signing with deaf kids at this point. So it's not like this was something we invented. But I don't believe there was a way that was as effective as what we've developed to to get sign language out there.
I can guarantee there wasn't.
Oh, we know now.
Because we watched everything. You know, Leah
Yeah,
was deaf.
out of desperation.
We bought every series, everything available, and it was so boring that it was painful. And so we, with our production background, music background, just thought,
Friends and family.
resources. We could make it interesting and fun and entertaining. It doesn't have to be painful to watch.
And what I loved about it is because it was organic, because it grew out of that true need. There's always been a personalness to this project.
Real.
It's real. It's our families and it's our life, and here it is. And there's something about that I think that has made it special to us, and I think to you or to the viewers. And I think that
it carried the show, because I think if we'd got somebody said, "Oh, let's cast a singing signing lady and a deaf girl and a hearing boy," but even before we shot 1 second of signing time, we sat down and went, "Oh my gosh, we're every parent. Like, Leah's deaf, Lucy has physical disabilities and delays, Alex is the kid who's been signing, who's typical, but signing before he can speak, and we can really stand for this and unapologetically deliver this to families
for every child." There is something in this project for every child.
Yeah.
And and it's been neat to watch that vision unfold. It's been really neat.